Hey beautiful soul, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is Be a Free Spirit. The focus on this channel is to help guide you through ascension by focusing only on the self. So I focus on self-awareness, self-growth, self-love, anything to do with the self. Today's video is all about messages from your inner feminine. When I was really brainstorming what I wanted to do for the September special, I just kept hearing the word balance. So I really wanted to focus on balancing the feminine masculine energy for the collective. I think it's really important that both are very ignited and both are in a balance because we all contain feminine and masculine energy. Feminine, also known as yin, is the nurturing imagination, love, support, that type of energy. For the masculine energy, we have yang, and this is the will, this is self-power, this is ambition, this is the action. So we all possess both, and so it's really important to have a balance of the two. So today's reading is going to give you insight in messages from your inner feminine energy to see what needs to be maybe balanced or what needs to be worked on so you can have overall a wholeness. So that's what today's reading is, and if you guys are interested, in the next couple of days I'll also be releasing messages from inner masculine, so you'll be able to really get a reading for both sides and see where you are balanced and where you're not balanced. So perfect time to get into this month's September special, which I'm actually very excited about. So I actually created a worksheet, okay? And so this is a worksheet where you'll be able to go through and really see which traits stand out to you, and then you'll be able to see from the map where you need to be balanced. Before we get into a close-up of the decks, I definitely just want to remind you guys that this message is going to be for a specific part of the collective who is needing to get these messages from their feminine or needing balance. So if this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just use your intuition and be guided to what is meant for you and what is not. I trust you guys. I trust your intuition. So I think that does it all for all the announcements and all that. So let's jump straight into a close-up of the decks and then we'll get into the reading. All right, so here we have a close-up of the decks. This is pile 1. This is aqua calcite. This is pile 2. This is lapis lazuli. This is pile 3. This is amethyst. And this is pile 4. This is rose quartz. So as usual, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 30 seconds to meditate with those piles, and then we'll jump straight into the reading. All right, hopefully that gave you guys a moment to meditate with those piles. Timestamps are listed down below for your group. Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you are doing so well today. I'm so excited to give you these messages from your inner divine feminine. So I just kept it pretty open with what you need to hear from your inner feminine, okay? And then we'll pull a, of course, journal prompt live as usual, and then I'll probably pull just a few extra cards, some affirmations. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it and not waste any time. All right, let's see what your inner divine feminine wants you to know. We have fortune. Look at that. Very abundant, because the feminine energy is, you know, all about abundance. Think about, you know, the Empress card. That's usually like depicted as like, you know, pregnancy, abundance. And again, like this is just part of what the feminine energy provides, is kind of this feeling of inner abundance, which seems to be what your feminine is trying to say is, whether you feel this in your energy, this is what your feminine is wanting to feel, this abundance, this fortune of money and just like luxury in a way, right? We also have the sun. Look at that. So we're talking about the solar plexus here. So yeah, I'm really getting, so far, I think your inner feminine is really wanting to be seen more, really wanting to shine brighter, right? Because it seems like when your feminine is in its like highest ability, right, in its highest potential, a lot of abundance and fortune and good luck comes your way because you're in that alignment with your feminine energy. So it seems like the energy wants to be seen, okay? So let's see what else we got though. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands being here, I think there's definitely a balance that needs to take place, because it's almost like, you know, when you think of like kind of Wands energy, you're really thinking about ambition and fire. But with like the Queen of Wands, you know, this is kind of all about, again, this kind of inner fire, this inner light, this creativeness, something about maybe an idea with the Ace of Swords, that the inner feminine maybe has some type of idea or wants, again, to be seen or wants to heal people. There's something here where there's like an idea, there's something that's coming forward. And so the Queen of Wands has that energy, but then you have the King of Wands who's going to be the one who puts it into action. And so that's what I'm getting is, you know, take it as it resonates, but maybe for some of you, your masculine energy is the more dominant energy, because we do tend to have a more dominant energy, and that's why it's important to keep them balanced. So, but because again, like the feminine energy wants to be seen. I don't think it's completely out of balance. I think just allowing this energy to be seen more is going to create the balance that's currently, I guess, not here right now. And that's why those cards are in reverse. Just the fact that they're both here is kind of symbolizing that inner masculine and feminine energy. And then the Seven of Swords in reverse, this would be like if you were hanging on to something, right? And I guess this would symbolize to me if there was some kind of block that needed to be cleared out for your feminine energy. But again, it's in reverse. So I feel like it's more just about accepting that the feminine, your feminine energy really wants to come forward and be seen. It's more of just accepting that the feminine has this idea or desire or goal or whatever it is, and now you're going to use the masculine's willpower, right, to move it forward. This is great. Okay, we also have adventure. Yeah, see, the feminine is wanting to, again, be seen, to be exercised more, right? To come out and almost like ignite that masculine energy, because that's what can be so powerful about the feminine energy, is it can be such an igniter, because that is where just so much of the peace and love and nurturing and types of inner power lie. And then again, the masculine energy is the one that can take that power and move it into action, to do something, to use the human will to move something forward, right? And so there's this adventure, there's this, because what's actually in here is like a feminine energy. And there's all kinds of like, it's a little hard to see in this card, but there's kind of like behind her, she's like dreaming of like music and performing and arts. And so that's, yeah, exactly. There's some kind of ambition, some type of creative or healing idea that your inner feminine has that wants to be expressed. Wow. Okay, so then these are kind of the chakras that may need to be focused on when it comes to kind of your feminine energy. So that can help you find that inner balance if it's needed. So we have grounding. So this is kind of just in general, kind of talking about all the chakras, about grounding your human vessel, right? So I think that can be important on maybe, you know, grounding into your feminine energy. Could be helpful. You can find like guided meditations online that help you connect to your inner feminine energy. Or if you already kind of are in touch and you know what this idea is or this ambition is, then simply allow that space to be given to the feminine and ground that energy in. Because again, this energy is really needing to come forward. It's gonna bring you obviously a lot of fortune, a lot of good luck, and that's why your feminine is saying, please, like, let us out, in other words, so that we can help make, you know, your life more beautiful, our life more beautiful. We also have clarity, which is the throat chakra. And so I think that could be a confirmation that here's your clarity, right? That, again, that throat chakra wanting to be unleashed, right? Wanting to be heard. The feminine wants to come out and be seen, be heard, be able to just be kind of the one in the driver's seat for a while, because there's so much inner power that is just waiting to come out. Because I can't stop staring at this Sun card. I really love this card. This is kind of the overall energy for me. I'm surprised a solar plexus card didn't come out, because I feel like in general your solar plexus, I feel like, is very ignited, because that's just kind of that energy that is really coming through. And solar plexus can be that willpower. And so, you know, it's this creativity, something is wanting to be exercised through the feminine. So I think it's going to be different for all of you. So that's why I'm saying like creative or healing, because I think for some of you, your inner feminine wants to heal others. That's a lot of what the feminine energy can do, especially because the world now, like the energy that shifted in 2020, we moved to the feminine energy, away from the masculine energy that we've been in for the past couple of thousand years, right? The age of Aquarius, we're now in a feminine energy. And so I think this is being really invited, that more feminine energy is wanting to arise in everybody, because it's a time for healing others, it's a time for serving others. So whatever idea or ambition, you know, your inner feminine has, listen and just allow it to be exercised through the will of your masculine. Wow. Okay, we also have know your worth, skunk spirit. Yes, knowing how powerful the feminine energy is, and that it's not a weakness, and it's gonna be that inner power that's, again, gonna bring you so much abundance, so much like security and beautiful wealth, and just, I mean, I keep seeing abundance for sure. And so it's remembering to know how beautiful and worthy you are, and how beautiful and worthy your feminine side is as well. So just accepting, you know, again, that the feminine energy wants to be seen, and allow it to come forward with no judgment, with no expectations, just giving it the space to welcome it, you know. And it can be really as simple as just saying out loud, you know, I recognize that my feminine energy wants to come forward, and so I allow it to be so, right? Enter like a state of surrender so that you can allow this energy to come forward. Wow. All right, we also have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being. Yeah, exactly. Like kind of what I was talking about. The feminine energy is coming into, you know, the collective as a dominant energy in general. And so your feminine is clearly awakening, right? And wanting to be more dominant. And so know that's what's happening, and again, allow the space for it to occur. Allow the space with, again, no judgment and no expectation. I don't know why that's so important for me to say, but definitely important for someone to not see the feminine as a weak point. Perfect. All right, and then we also have precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make most of your precious time, being mindful not to waste others either. Yes, experience every moment fully. See, the inner feminine is wanting to have more adventure, right? To experience more of what the human experience is all about. And I think because your masculine has been maybe the one in the dominance, there's just parts of, you know, this feminine energy that you haven't experienced, or just hasn't been very dominant in your life, and now it's wanting to, because it's going to bring you more beautiful things. Again, this adventure, living in the moment fully, experiencing more beautiful things. So it definitely seems like, you know, there's maybe a balance that needs to take place as far as, if you have some acceptance to do, then you might find the worksheet for the September special very helpful, because you can kind of go through and circle what traits of your feminine stand out to you and see if you have any like distortions, which means limiting mindsets around your feminine energy. And if you do, then you'll know how to kind of balance it out with bringing in that masculine energy, or the map will kind of show you what you need to do. But that might be helpful if you guys are feeling called to that, to balance that energy to allow this to come forward. So wherever you're at in your journey. All right, let's pull a few more cards from your inner divine feminine. All right, last messages for group number one. Ooh, okay. Was pretty fast. So we have Kali, liberation. Yeah, liberating that inner feminine, right? Not hiding it anymore, not shutting it out, again, wanting to be seen. That's kind of like the overall message from your feminine here. Liberate it, liberate that energy. We have Ellen of Ways, patterns. Breaking maybe old cycles, right? For some of you, I feel like you hide your feminine energy, maybe because you feel like it's a weakness, maybe because people have told you it's a weakness. And so if that's the case, you know, your feminine is wanting you to break these negative mindset patterns. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in the balance, your feminine is really asking you to seek that, so it can come forward. And then we also have Daniel, assurance. Yeah, just assuring you that it's safe to allow your feminine in. The feminine is here to bring you growth, fortune. Look at this, right? The feminine is going to be the one who plants and waters and cares for your seeds. Okay, and then your masculine energy is going to be the one that takes action to maybe get it planted in the first place, right? But the feminine energy is the one who's going to nurture you and bring you luck and abundance and fortune and everything that's meant to be clearly in your alignment, but maybe isn't coming into your reality yet, because there is this balance that needs to take place. Beautiful. Okay. Lastly, I want to get an affirmation, and then we'll pull a journal prompt from your feminine. All right, Spirit, one card for group number one from the inner feminine. An affirmation for them. Thank you. Okay, we have truth. I walk my path to self-discovery by living within my truths and following my passions. Yes, see, there's a passion, there's an idea, there's something that the feminine wants to do. And so this is your truth. Okay, this is your truth. So it's, again, this acceptance, this liberation of this feminine energy, because this is your truth. This is within your alignment, is to allow this energy to come forward. Wow, this is beautiful, group one. It looks like your inner feminine is definitely, of course, very present. But I feel like you know, a lot of it is just liberating it. And see, I think for all of you, it's going to be different on how you need to liberate it. Some of you might, you know how to do that for yourself. Some of you might need the direction. So just use your intuition. Whatever it is for you is what it's meant to be. Okay. A journal prompt, please, for group number 1. Journal prompt for group number 1. Thank you. Remember, you can answer this question however you like. You can written, video, audio, journal, however you want to answer this question. Okay, we have, what is the next step? What is the next step? Yes, I think that's a perfect way to close out this reading, is thinking about what's the next step for you to get you in balance. Only you can answer that question. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. These are messages from your inner feminine. Definitely stay tuned for the next couple of days for messages from your inner masculine. If you guys are interested in hearing that, that will be on my channel in the next few days. So I will see you guys in the next video, but I'm sending you guys so much love and light your way. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing so well today. Super excited to jump into this reading with messages from your inner feminine. So it's just pretty open with whatever your inner feminine wanted to say. We'll pull some other cards live just to get some last messages, and then of course a journal prompt at the end. So let's jump straight into it, not waste any time. All right. We have beauty. And we have water. To me, this is actually all about your feminine is wanting you to understand that there's beauty in emotion. You know, the feminine, of course, is love, is, you know, our inner nurturing, and so emotions can really come through the inner feminine. Of course, emotions can come through the masculine and the feminine, but I think there could be some acceptance here of accepting that emotions are something that are beautiful. I think that's what your feminine is wanting to say with this beauty card, especially with the water card though. That water card is really standing out to me. And so thinking about water energy, kind of allowing your emotions to flow through. So maybe, you know, you're someone who kind of pushes your emotions down and you don't really feel them. And so your feminine is saying how important it is to realize that every single emotion is beautiful. And that's a huge part of the human experience, is emotions. And so that's kind of what I'm getting so far, but let's see what we got with the tarot cards. Okay, we have 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the Will. Oh, excuse me, not the Will. This is the Well. Oh, yeah. Okay, for sure. The King of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 5 of Wands. Definitely, there's some conflict here. And again, I think it's because you push the feminine voice down. And you know, it's understandable because the feminine energy has not been celebrated in our society, or different, you know, the way that the world has been working the past couple of thousand years, right? Now that we're in this age of Aquarius, the feminine energy is the driving force energy now to heal and help uplift people and bring the nurturing energy that's needed to bring people back to connection. And so I think your inner feminine is really wanting to be seen and acknowledged more as beautiful. Because with the 5 of Wands, this is the conflict card. And also with the King of Swords, again, I feel like your masculine energy is maybe the one that is the most dominant. Or it likes to be the most dominant, like you're like no logic over like feelings type of, you know, attitude maybe has been what the mindset that you're in. And you know, with the Well here, like this is again emotions that you're just letting like flow past you. You're not actually feeling them, or you're pushing them down. And so what's happening is they're not running through you, so you're not actually experiencing them. You're like pushing them away, in other words, with the 7 of Wands. But with the 7 of Wands in reverse too, I think there's just like, there is a feeling of imbalance, because, you know, this is kind of standing up for yourself, in other words, and standing up for what you believe in. And because it's in reverse, I think it's because you don't have a positive relationship with your feminine energy. Maybe someone has told you that your feelings are a weakness or whatever, or your emotions are a weakness, and so you've not seen them as something that's beautiful, or you've just never had a safe space to express them. Because the Two of Pentacles being in reverse, see, this to me is all about that balance of stability between the both energies. And because it's in reverse, you're not in balance right now. And I feel like your feminine energy is maybe what's not in balance, because I think your masculine energy is the one dominating with the King of Swords here. And again, why it's important to have that balance, of course, is so that you can be in your alignment and you can gain the powerful attributes and traits that come from the feminine energy. And obviously your feminine energy is really wanting you to understand and see the beauty of your emotions as well as your feminine side. Okay, wow, that's what I'm getting so far. We also have contemplation. Yeah, see, kind of like, I feel like it's almost like it's not, emotions are not worth it, right? I'd rather be logical. Logical makes the most sense, and that is the masculine energy. But there's this contemplation, like more what I'm getting of needing to allow emotions and things to flow. You know, she's wearing kind of this beautiful hat, and there is really this kind of river too with a boat on it. I mean, there's a lot of things in this image, but it's almost sitting and allowing beautiful things to come through the feminine energy. And so again, I think that's kind of what's coming through, is there's more of a balance. So I actually think if you guys feel called to it, you would really benefit from the September special, because what it will do for you is you go through and you circle all of the traits that stand out to you as far as masculine and feminine. So you'll be able to see maybe what masculine traits are distorted, like meaning which ones are overpowering and you don't have a balance of your feminine energy. So then you'll actually be able to pick up the opposite trait. So for example, you know, if you circle that logic is kind of the dominant thing, then you're gonna automatically have a distortion where emotions are not seen as acceptable. So then you'll want the balance of filling into your emotions so that you're not in that distortion. So yeah, I really think you guys might find that helpful if you're feeling called to that worksheet, which is linked down below. But there's just definitely a balance that needs to be like taken here as far as through the emotions. That's really what I'm just getting with this water card. I can't stop staring at this water card. It's beautiful, right? Emotions are beautiful, and they deserve to be, you know, respected in that sense. With you, you know, your emotions deserve to be seen and respected. Okay. So now let's kind of look at some of the chakras that your feminine wants you to focus on that are out of balance. We have listening, okay? So this is that throat chakra. Okay, so this is listening to that inner feminine, okay? Listening. So because if you give the inner feminine the space and the voice, right, to listen to your emotions and actually fill into them, again, that's going to bring you into balance and support you seeing the beauty of the feminine side. So really listening to what that's saying, okay? We also have spiritual awakening, the crown chakra. So it looks like this is part of your alignment, where it's essential for your feminine to come into balance, to be part of your alignment, which definitely makes sense. I think we're all really getting there, which is why I felt really called to do this reading, since the feminine energy is becoming the dominant one in society. This is part of the spiritual awakening of really, really filling into your own inner feminine power so that you can use that. And in conjunction with your masculine energy, because masculine energy is just as important. Again, the masculine energy is all about action and using the human will to move things forward. But emotions need to be felt in order to make space, right? If you're pushing down your emotions, you're not gonna have space for yourself, space to realize what's in your alignment, space to do what you want to do. It can really be in a lot of ways. So definitely that's a confirmation that this is part of your ascension. This is part of your alignment of almost awakening and accepting the inner feminine. Okay, we also have inner strength. This is the solar plexus. Yes, see, there's a strength that comes from the feminine that is just wanting to be accessed. You have access to all of this really powerful energy that's not being utilized right now. And so again, to be part of your alignment, this energy is really wanting to be understood and accepted and heard. Okay, those emotions are really needing to be accepted. Wow, this is beautiful. All right, what else we got? We have brown bear spirit, take time out. Yeah. See, take time out to, I think there is some balancing that needs to take place. And however you guys feel called to do that, listen to your intuition, but your feminine is wanting you to take time out to balance this out, right? To be able to change the mindset of seeing, again, the feminine as not a weakness, as actually something that's powerful and is a part of your inner strength that you're going to use as a guiding force for your masculine to take action on. So take time out to really balance this out and see what you need to do to get yourself in the balance. We also have divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So divination is, like this. It's using any type of spiritual tool to gain messages from spirit, right? So clearly there could be even more messages that maybe is meant to be just shared between you, and your inner feminine. So, if you're interested in cards or anything like that, this is a push from that feminine to really dig in a little bit deeper. So if that doesn't resonate, then I think in general, this card is just saying right now, this is giving you kind of the crystal clear kind of direction that you need, because this is also kind of that yellow, which is again that solar plexus. And so it's like there's just this inner strength that is just ready to be unleashed. And so taking the time out will give you the crystal clear clarity. If you don't already have it currently from this reading, then you're gonna have it by taking time out and figuring out how you can actually bring balance to your feminine energy. Wow, this is beautiful. So however it resonates. And then we have your life is a canvas, artist manifestation. Look at this. Yes, see, that's the manifestation, creativity, emotions, right? This is all coming from that feminine side. And so there's more manifestation that needs to take place, right? Or the ability of stepping into your just inner power, again, like your inner strengths. And so there's just so much more to unlock, it seems like, for you personally by embracing your inner feminine. So that is beautiful. All right, let's get some last cards and just see if there's any last messages. All right, Spirit, last cards for group number 2. Messages from their feminine. What do they need to know to close out this reading? Okay, look at this. All right, so we have salvation, okay? And so this is all about when, and this is the heart chakra. Like, I'm surprised the heart chakra card didn't come up, but I think it's because that's kind of like where the inner strength is coming from, is love, is inner acceptance of love, of seeing the feminine as something beautiful, feeling into emotions, right? Just kind of this love. But salvation of, when you set the feminine free, you're going to feel free, if that makes sense, right? You're going to have so much more space open, especially in the heart chakra, because we now have like 2 pink cards and the green, and it's just so much that heart chakra. We have compassion. So when you feel into your emotions and you accept emotions as beautiful, then you have more compassion for others, right? And it seems like that's also maybe part of your soul mission, is you're here to help heal others in some way with the spiritual awakening card as well. So I think that's why it's important for you to really nurture your inner feminine so that you can easily help and heal others, right? Having the compassion to see others' emotions and really guiding with that yin energy, because yin energy is a passive guiding energy. Okay, so that's what needs to be very present for you, because we also have Aphrodite, romantic love. And so this is, I think, about when you accept the inner feminine, you create a deeper level of capacity for love, compassion, just deeper feelings, I think, are available to you by allowing the feminine to come forward. And again, that's that heart chakra is really wanting to be opened, really wanting to be ignited and accepted. Okay, beautiful. All right, we'll get a affirmation and then we'll do a journal prompt to close out this reading. Affirmation for group number 2, please, from their feminine. All right. We have desire. I live a life of desire, passion, and joy, and this is brought to my attention in many ways. Yeah, see, compassion, passion, like just these beautiful parts of the feminine energy that is just ready to be released for you. Okay, so thinking about, what it is that you're really desiring here and allowing the feminine to kind of speak with that desire, feeling those emotions, because that's really how you manifest. You have to be able to feel into what you're asking for and desiring for, okay? And that's where the feminine can use that use that desire and that passion, and then the masculine can take that energy and move forward with it. So yeah, so it definitely seems like your feminine is just wanting to be liberated and seen, and emotions are needing to be acknowledged. I think that's a big thing too. Specifically, we have emotions here, okay? So seeing emotions is something beautiful so that you can have compassion for others and you can be in that energy. All right, journal prompt for group number 2. What question do you have for them from the feminine? Okay, we have, what delights me? Yes, see, spirit is, and your inner feminine is really trying to get you to fill into the energy of the feminine. So definitely answer this question however you feel called. Again, you can journal, written, audio, or a video, or just think about it, but spirit just really wants you to ponder with this question as well as your inner feminine. So group 2, this is your reading about messages from inner feminine. So I really hope this brought you some clarity, and if you're seeking that September special, that's linked down below, that worksheet that might help you find balance. But there's also tons of great guided YouTube meditations out there that can connect you to your inner feminine energy as well. So really, however you're just feeling called, just follow your intuition. But I'm sending you guys so much love and light your way, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. So excited to do this reading for you. I hope you are doing so well today. So this is going to be pretty open, just left it pretty open for your feminine to come through and just give the messages that they needed to give. So we'll also pull some cards live just to get last messages, and then of course a journal prompt. So let's jump straight into it and not waste any time. Okay, we have truth and home. Beautiful. What I'm getting is, I actually feel like for you guys, maybe your actual inner feminine is more of the dominant energy, and there's kind of just this needing to come back home to the energy. Maybe you've been really exercising your will or your masculine energy lately, and so you really haven't been filling or working with your feminine energy. But you know, your feminine energy is really wanting you to come back home, right? To kind of gain some maybe new truths or come back to your truths. But it definitely seems like this is your dominant energy. I'm really getting that. You're very empowered by it. So you have a very good relationship with your feminine energy. Let's see what else we have. We have the Strength card in reverse. Yeah, see, there's this kind of need to come back home to like gain that inner strength again. So coming back home to the inner feminine and kind of recharging, right? Or refilling your cup or whatever it is for you guys. But that's what I'm getting with that being in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. We have the World in reverse. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, or excuse me, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Judgment in reverse. Yeah, see, most of these cards are in reverse because there is this need to come home. I think there's another maybe inner truth that's going to be shown to you, like maybe a new idea, you know, with the Ace of Cups, something that is going to, actually, well, yeah, that, you know, take that as it resonates for some of you, as far as maybe a new idea. But again, like this Cup card, you know, see how it's overflowing? There's this need to come back to your feminine to refill your cup. I kind of said that earlier, right? So that image is really speaking to me, where there's just this need for rejuvenation with your inner feminine. Okay, so just kind of coming back, and that's why I think all these cards are in reverse, because it's like the World card, you know, the Judgment card, like those are major arcana. And so this is like spiritual, really deep spiritual with the soul. And so again, I think you're actually very connected, but there's just this need of coming back home, coming back to connect the energies, to refill your cup, to kind of just fill back into your power again. Okay, so that's what I'm getting so far, which is really beautiful. We also have harmony. Exactly. Yep. See, there's this balance of just coming back to your feminine to create the harmony that's needed right now for your alignment. Oh, that's a beautiful card, especially with the butterflies. Beautiful. Just transformation, just more like beautiful things coming your way. I think with the Truth card, right? I think there could be more maybe truths or more things that you're going to be getting by connecting back to your inner power, your inner strength from your feminine. All right, let's see the chakras that your feminine wants you to just kind of focus on that may have a block or just need some extra focus. We have Divine Wisdom. That's the sacral chakra. So yeah, see, there's some kind of truth here. There's some type of idea or information or knowledge, something that's going to be, I guess, that's you're going to get clarity for when you go back into, you know, your feminine energy and you come back to refill your cup. And again, this is very spiritual in the sense that this is within your alignment. And so Divine Wisdom, there's some kind of knowledge or something, because these two cards are really standing out to me with that sacral chakra. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting with that. So something coming back is just simply what your feminine is asking you to do. Wow. We also have life purpose, that throat chakra. Yeah. See, speaking your truth about something, speaking about something. There's just there's a clarification. There's just something about you don't have the space right now, I think, to see this. And that's why your feminine wants you to come back to refill your cup so that you will have the space to see it. Okay. Okay, we also have the Moth Spirit, surrender now. Yes, clearly just surrender to your feminine energy. Take some time out to really fill into the energy and coming back to refilling your cup, however you do that. I feel like you have a pretty, again, strong relationship with your feminine energy, so I think you know how to connect back to it. We also have the Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Coming back to your life purpose, right? There's something about, you're gonna get, I think, clarity on your soul mission and what you're doing to help heal others with your light work. And so you know, I think when you fill up your cup again, it's going to be overflowing, and then you're going to be able to kind of keep yourself in a balance where your cup doesn't get empty. You're able to know when it's time to step away from healing so that you can refill your cup without being drained, because you don't want to get to a point where you feel drained. So you want to give with like gratitude and grace, right? But know when it's time to surrender back to your feminine, okay? Because I can really relate to you guys. My, you know, feminine energy is my more dominant energy, and so, you know, I'm a natural healer, and so I love to help others. So I have always my whole life been, you know, emptying my cup and, you know, being, I mean, selfish in the sense to myself, where I never filled back up my cup. I was just so focused on helping others that I felt selfish if I were to care about myself, right? And so I think that's kind of just what I'm getting is give, you know, with grace and gratitude that your cup is full and you're able to help and heal people or whatever it is for you. And then know when it's time to surrender. I think that's the balance that your feminine is wanting you to kind of come back to, and maybe that's kind of a truth here, something that you're going to be learning. But yeah, there's kind of that harmony foundation that needs to take place. We also have come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team help get the job done. So that actually might be a little bit of an indicator for some of you then, is that if you really resonated with what I just said, with you feel like you empty your cup too much for others, it might be helpful then. I think this is maybe just a message for some of you, but it might be helpful for some of you to work with others, you know, meaning that you're not doing maybe the healing by yourself, or you're not doing all the work by yourself, you're doing it with a group of souls, so that you're not constantly being drained, but you can still give your gifts and your talents and your healing or whatever it is for you. But I'm getting that for some of you, so just take it as it resonates. And then we also have play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be too serious. Yeah, see, your feminine is, you know, I think the healing that you've been doing, and again, healing can come in a lot of different forms. So you've been doing some type of healing for others. You've been pouring into others' cups. And so, you know, your feminine is saying it's time to also have some fun. The feminine is wanting to be expressive. And we do have that sacral chakra pretty ignited here, which is creativity. So your feminine is wanting to have some fun as well. So maybe that's a harmony and a balance as well that you need to seek, is that balance of, okay, how can I have fun as well as be in my life purpose, right, in my soul mission. Beautiful. All right, let's get some last messages. Last messages for group number 3. What do we need to know? Last messages for group number 3 from their feminine. Okay. Look at that. We have wise leadership. Yes, for those of you who really resonated with working with a group of souls, your feminine has that leadership aspect where you can kind of be, you know, the one that is helping lead different things, different initiatives, whatever it is, different projects. Something about just enabling, you know, this feminine power to be the amazing leader that you know you are, right? We had humor, laughter, right? So again, that's that play. That's just reminding you that it's important to have a balance where you're also having some fun. You're filling back up your own cup. And maybe, you know, by having fun, that is how you fill up your cup so that you can give to others again. So I think that's really important to make sure that you're in that balance. That's beautiful. We also have adaptability. Yes. See, there is a need here to adapt to a new foundation, right? To adapt to knowing when your cup is empty and knowing that it's okay to step away. It's okay to be selfish in that sense, but it's actually selfless, right? Because you're caring for yourself so that you can continue to pour into others. So being adaptable and making sure that you create a kind of an awareness of when you know you need harmony. Beautiful. Okay, we also have focus. Yeah, so there's just some inner focus, you know, so coming back home with the first card we talked about, coming back home to your inner feminine is really what's being seeked out right now. So yeah, this is really, really beautiful. Group 3. So let's pull an affirmation card and then we'll pull a journal prompt to close out this reading. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love this. Last message for group number 3 around their feminine energy. Okay, we have purpose. I wake each morning serving my life's purpose and thinking of creative ways that I can take inspired action towards my heart desires. And we had life purpose as well right here, right? So that's a confirmation that you're definitely in your light work and you're already doing it, whatever it is for you. And so it's just remembering that your feminine is the one who's really pushing your purpose forward, right? And your masculine is taking the action to kind of put these ideas and this divine knowing into action, this divine truth into action, right? So definitely that confirmation right there, which is amazing. All right, let's get a journal prompt now. A question from Spirit. Again, you can answer this however you feel called. All right, Spirit. Question for group number 3. We have, what energizes me? What energizes me? Which I think is so perfect for this, right? Your inner feminine really wants you to, again, focus on the balance that you need to create. So definitely answer that question however you feel called. But group 3, this is your reading, messages from divine feminine. So this is really beautiful. I hope this brought you guys some clarity. I'm sending you guys so much love and light your way. Definitely stay tuned for messages from your inner masculine that I'll be posting later this week so that you guys can get those messages as well. So I will see you guys in the next video. Hey group 4, welcome to your reading. Sorry it's a little bright, I just fell in front of a beautiful window, so I know there's like an obvious line for when the sun is shining through, but I'm just so energized by the sun lately. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing so well today. Super excited to do this reading for you. So I kept it pretty open for Spirit to just come through and your feminine to just come through and share whatever messages need to be known. So we'll pull some cards live and then a journal prompt at the end. So let's jump straight into it. All right, the first card we have is Wisdom. Look at there. And Revelation. Ooh. Yeah, what I'm already getting is your feminine wants you to kind of come in, and I think there's a revelation that is going to be seen through the feminine view. Like there's an inner soul wisdom that is part of your alignment that's ready to be heard. So there's kind of a need to kind of come inwards and allow the feminine's, energy to really come forward so you can gain the revelations that are needed for your alignment right now. Ooh. Okay, we have 3 of Wands. We have the Chariot. Ooh. Faux show. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be getting, again, some kind of revelation, some type of idea. And I think it's around your light work. It's about healing others. Because with the 6 of Pentacles here, this is all about giving to others, right? And the Chariot, fast energy is coming your way. And the Ace of Pentacles, there's an idea here that's in your alignment. And is also going to bring you abundance with these 2 pentacle cards here. But I'm definitely getting, it could be, you know, for some of you, it's healing others, it's maybe donating money to others. However, you know, you're feeling called to help others at this time, but you're going to be gaining a revelation of what is needed right now for your light work and what is needed in your alignment. And this is fast energy with the Chariot. You know, it's also depicted as like a yin and yang usually in this card too. And so there could be a balance that already exists right now with your masculine and feminine energy. So because of that, it's kind of just time to come back to the feminine and see what this revelation is ready, like what this revelation is. Because with the 4 of Swords in reverse, there's no stuck energy, you know, there's not a feeling of, there's not a block that is taking place with your feminine energy. There's not even necessarily a balance that needs to take place. It's just simply coming back to listening to that feminine voice, because again, there's some type of revelation that is going to be revealed to you. Woo. We have assessment. Yeah, so you're gonna be able to assess, okay, what maybe you want to do or how you want to move forward. Gaining this revelation is gonna give you the ability to say, okay, what's next? Really assessing how you want to move forward. Damn. All right, let's see some chakras that your feminine really wants you to focus on. We have personal power, that's the sacral chakra. Yeah, so definitely like creativity, but just coming back into that feminine energy is just very ignited, and maybe that's really why I wanted to have the sun here, to kind of just ignite that energy. So coming back to this personal power, filling back into this is really what the feminine is asking for at this time. We also have family, the root chakra. Spending time with family, maybe this is going to help you gain the revelation, or maybe help you, something about, I'm actually getting for some of you, maybe you're at a point where you're needing to help somebody who's in your family. And again, this could be blood related or not, it doesn't matter, whatever's family for you guys. But maybe there's this kind of need of helping some other people in your family, because I kind of am looking at this card when this card's coming up for me. So take it as it resonates. I don't think that's for all of you. I think for some of you, it could be just connecting to your family might, again, help you connect back to your feminine energy. Maybe your feminine energy was very celebrated with your family, or very, you know, accepted. So it's a place that's safe for you to come back and connect back to that energy. So however you feel called, but definitely connecting back to family and that root chakra is what your feminine is really wanting you to focus on right now. Beautiful. We also have the eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. There you go. Yeah, see, everything is in alignment for you right now. And this is all part of this revelation is what's so beautiful is whenever you're seeing this, it was within your alignment. So you know that it's time to move forward with something new. And your feminine is the one that holds the key to that, okay? So Spirit has your back on whatever you come to this realization or whatever you decide to do. Spirit is here to support you because this is all within your alignment. Beautiful. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, see, there's something about your like work here. And this energy is really fast in the sense it's ready to be, you know, you want to come say hello to the camera? You want to say hello? My cat really wanted to come be in the video. She was climbing on the cards back there. You could probably see it. She usually doesn't do that. So, and cats can really be depicted as feminine energy. So there you go. Have you answered your deepest calling? Okay. And then the last card we have is look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you'll find will bring the insight you seek. interesting. We have the wisdom and the revelation card here. So maybe there's some kind of book that you've been reading or whatever that is to you. But for those of you who maybe are like, how can I connect to this feminine energy to get this revelation? I think that's the answer for most of you. And if that doesn't resonate, then I think just take it as it does of how you know how to connect to your feminine energy. But I think that's for the majority of you. Okay, let's get some last messages from your feminine. All right, last messages from group 4's feminine, please. Perfect. Look at that. We have ambition. Yes. See, there's definitely something that there's a deeper calling that wants to be answered. And so what's the word I'm looking for? That inspiration is going to come from the feminine. And then the masculine is the one who could put it into action, okay? The one who has the ambition. And so I think that's what your feminine is saying here, is connecting with your feminine first is what is needed right now to answer this deepest calling. And then, you know, again, having that partner and that harmony with your masculine, you can move forward with it. Beautiful. We have mastery. Look at that. Mastery, wisdom, revelation, soul. Something about soul here. And so mastering maybe the connection to the feminine energy. There's some kind of mastery here that I think is going to be dependent for everybody. But wow. Oh my gosh. We have adaptability. Adapting to what the feminine needs, right? And again, I think your feminine energy is the dominant one for you guys. So you're pretty in tune with maybe knowing how to support the feminine energy and to move forward with it. So definitely. And then we also have alliance. Yes, you have that alliance with your masculine energy. I don't know if I just said that word too, but I think that's what I was picking up on, is it's important to have the alliance between the two. So if your feminine energy is more in your dominant one, and maybe you have not a balanced relationship with your masculine, it'll be interesting to do the masculine reading, and you guys will have to come back and watch that reading as well to kind of see what your masculine side says. But this is just kind of for some of you, if you know that your masculine energy is not in balance, that September special could come in handy, that worksheet, so you guys can see maybe what traits of your masculine need to be integrated more so that you can have that stronger alliance. Okay, so just take it as it resonates. All right, let's get one more card. One more card for group number 4 from the inner feminine. We have abundance. I attract abundance into my life each day from all possibilities and directions. Yeah, see, when you're connecting to the feminine energy, and it seems like maybe when you're answering your deepest calling, and we had the Ace of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles, abundance is coming your way. Okay, so there's kind of this alliance that needs to take place to gain these revelations to move forward in your alignment. That's really what I'm getting. Wow, this is beautiful, group 3. I love this. Yeah, your inner feminine is very beautiful. The energy is very beautiful because I can feel it. It's kind of hard to explain, but I just feel like this sense of power, but it's beautiful energy. It's just this beautiful power. So yeah, I'm really feeling that with you guys. Okay, let's get a journal prompt from Spirit. So Spirit, a journal prompt, please. One card. What question do you have? Thank you. Oh my gosh. How can I be more flexible? I think that comes with this adaptability card too. I think Spirit is just wanting you to, of course, maybe look at how you can be more flexible to build this better alliance, but definitely however you guys feel called to answer this question is going to be unique for everybody. But group 4, this is messages from your inner divine feminine. So I hope this brought you some clarity around what your feminine is seeking right now. And if you guys are feeling called to the September special, that is linked down below, where you can just get that PDF and that worksheet and move forward with that. And definitely look out for my messages from Divine Masculine. And I am sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you guys in the next video.